Welcome to the Sands Show. Tori Sands here, of course, with my lovely panel. We've got David Burks, Geronimo, Miss Diamond, and also C. Hall. Of course, we were talking before the break about like just crazy like destiny and all kinds of stuff. And of course, Geronimo, you're an atheist, and of course, we have people here that believe in God. My thing is this, like we were talking about whether you interrupt your own destiny, you know, like things are predestined. A lot of people think that, then of course you don't think so. So then my thing is this, I posed a question about like murder, maybe suicide. It's not a part of God's plan. So when it happens, I don't know who to consult about this. Does it interrupt what God, did he know this, or does it interrupt what his plan was for you? Now, when it comes to people that don't believe in God, is it just is it a fade to black? And there's nothing else. And I know we talked about that before, and you said you just become compost.
Pretty much,
so,
go back to the planet.
The thing that saddens me is that I'm sitting here with all of you, and we all have, you know, we've friends and family, we've known each other for years. My thing is this, I would hate to envision a time where I leave this planet and I'll never get a chance to see you guys again. I honestly believe that I'll see my friends again. It's just hard for me to believe that I wouldn't. And then we talk about, like, you know, Ms. Diamond mentioned, like, you know, who you with, pretty much. So who you belong to. So I mean, that's the thing, creating your own destiny. So let's talk about this. Anybody else have something to say?
I have a question. Mm-hmm. Now you said interrupting God's plan. Mm-hmm. Now this God fellow is supposed to be all-knowing, omnipotent, supposed to everything is God. Mm-hmm. So wouldn't you getting murdered or you killing yourself be a part of that?
Supposedly, but you know, being that I was raised in a Christian household, and then of course we had another part of my family that was Catholic. The thing is that the devil does. They say that God allows the devil to step in too.
That's why you have good and bad. But you have good and bad.
But at the same time, how are you going to even assume that you understand what God's plan is? Isn't that like a sin or something?
Let me say this. God does allow things to happen to you. And I kind of got this from Bible study. I don't know if I'm going to mess it up, but I'm going to just go there.
I got an ingrown toenail.
No, there was a story in the Bible where a man, I'm not going to call his name because I don't really know. But I'm saying a man was in the Bible, and he got another man's wife
pregnant
or whatever.
Right.
And he had the man killed. Now, God forgave him for that. Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, in between time, it was like, you're going to pay for that. Mm-hmm. You know, so God allows things to happen to us. So what happened? Mm-hmm. He ended up losing his son, and he ended up losing his own life, I believe. Mm-hmm. So God allows things to happen to us. So I think that if I have the mindset that I'm going to kill her, you know, and I kill her, you know, I would never. But I'm just saying, right. I think that God would allow some things to happen to where I would pay for that. You know, either somebody very close to me is going to die, I'm going to die, whatever. So I believe that God allows things to happen to us as well.
I'm going to let you do this so I can fuck you up in the end.
But you know what? No, I think it all boils down to is truly, like you said in the beginning, what you believe in. Because since I was raised Christian, I believe that if I do wrong by a person, something's wrong going to happen to me.
Some people call that karma. Some people call it karma.
In Geronimo's aspect, he believes that there is none other. What I do is what I do. Right. So that's why I think it's, you know, it's kind of between, you know, it's in that fine little line there. You can't really detect, because what I believe in is something totally different what you believe in. And how I was raised is something totally different what you were raised.
Yeah.
So, for example, young lady came to get her hair done. And she told me, when she told me this, she cursed God. She said, listen, I don't know who you are. Show me who you are. I'm about to burn all my Bibles right now. I don't care. If who you say you are, show me who you are. Right now, I'm not believing. I'm not going to stop taking all these pills. I'm not going to stop harming my body. I'm not going to stop cursing you. I'm going to throw away all these Bibles. I don't believe nothing that you say. You know what he did to her? She was in the middle of traffic. car was about to collide with another car, and it rolled back. It was not in reverse. It was in drive. It all boils down to what you believe in.
Yeah.
It's how you believe it. So I can't tell Geronimo to feel one way the way that I feel, because I know that there is a greater being than me.
Right. It's all
When
about,
I can't make my rent,
right.
he's gonna make a way. You
can-
know what I'm saying?
can I also
With
say
me
this
all the
too?
time. I can't make my
Oh,
rent.
Well, there's a couple other examples.
Yeah.
There's a couple other examples that I like to use too. Like my mother and my grandmother, they would tell me about these stories about some of our family members, like back in the day or whatever. And then they said how, like, one of the ladies, I think she was like a great aunt or something. She was saying, okay, well, when her husband, when he passes away, I'm going to make sure I have all this, all that, like all his money and all this other stuff. She ended up passing away
Died first.
before he did it, and this has been maybe 20 to 25 years ago. He's since remarried. I know it sounds funny. He's since remarried, but my thing is this. I think it, like you said, it's all in what you believe in, but at the same time, it's like when you believe that prayer works, and let's say somebody says, okay, the doctors are telling you that, you only got 6 months to live, or, they're finding this, but then your family comes together and starts to pray, and then it's no longer there, or you outlive what they said you were, then
How do you explain
how do you
that?
Well,
explain
that
it?
just proves
You
to you
can't
that doctors
explain.
don't know a damn thing.
Not all the time, exactly. But
like, this is what I always wanted to ask Geronimo, being an atheist. Like, when things happen good for you, or who do you thank? When things unexpectedly happen for you in your life, who do you thank? Do you say that I made the right decisions, or it happened because I chose it to happen? Like, who do you thank? Just out of curiosity, I just want to know, like.
Well, I think the person that let something good happen to me for, like, someone who brought
What if it's
something.
unexpected? What if it's just something you walk down the street, you find $100, or somebody's sick and
I'd be like,
So you say, oh, thank you, Geronimo, for walking up the street.
No, I'm saying, like, and
What
you
do
got
you
a family
say?
member who's sick with cancer, and then you're going to remission. Like, what do you say? Like, do you say you thank the doctors, or do you just? It's like, okay.
Well, if
they
I
made it.
find, okay.
No, I'm just saying,
First
like,
example,
how-
if I find $100 on the street, some unlucky bastard lost $100.
Okay.
It's mine now.
woohoo!
Do you thank the unlucky person? Is that? I think that's the
Could have been
question.
a young girl. Could have been a Girl Scout. It
Who
could've
cares?
been-
It could have been someone who only had $100
He like, who you thanking?
It's money I found.
No, did
you
you
know.
take that money? You take it to the church and put it in an offering, or do you?
Why would I take it to the church?
No, that's
Or,
not
or
right.
did you spend it wisely?
But you know what? There's
I
some
think so.
Christians. Let me go there though. It's some Christians who find money, who do things. They get paid. They work jobs, and they still don't give to the church.
They don't.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Why
I'm
should
gonna
we?
Their
go
hair
there on
redone.
you
They pay
too.
their car note.
I'm gonna go there on you. Have you noticed, if you go anywhere in Detroit, there's a church and a liquor store on every corner?
And it's not supposed
And
to
a,
be that
and a
way.
beauty
And it's
salon.
not supposed to be that
In
way.
church, it's not supposed to be
Right,
that way.
it's not supposed to be
And
that way.
The laws, it's not supposed
You
to
can praise them, go and get your hair done, and go and get your drink after
Who
service.
said it's not
Hey.
supposed
Well,
to be
anyway.
that way?
The law.
This conversation can go on and
Jesus.
on.
I have a
Juice.
certain
But,
vicinity that a
of course, you
church,
can chime in, let us know. You can also send your emails to
liquor store, or
TorySan@gmail.com.
liquor store, but in Detroit.
We will definitely, give you the lights, if you will, if you want to get in on the conversation too. We'll be right back. We got to talk about Facebook and all the craziness that's happening these days. We'll be right back here at the Sand Show.
And I'm gonna research that topic too, and then I'm gonna comment under this video as well too about that Bible verse.
And please